folks, I got a quick tutorial video today. I want to show you the method that I prefer when you're stringing a Prince racket with those O ports. If you've ever strung a racket with O ports, you know the problem. When you go to tension the strings on the crosses, it gets this weird angle. It doesn't pull straight because the string isn't actually held in place. The method that I'm going to show you here, and it's my preferred method, is it's often called the 50-50 string pattern. And as you can see, I'm actually starting in the middle of the racket instead of at the top of the racket for the crosses. Now this method has a very big advantage of that you're going to skip all of those awkward pulls in the middle of the racket. When you're tensioning the cross strings here, you're going to skip all of those awkward ones. They're going to pull just like a normal racket would. That being said, there are downsides as well. The two big downsides here. One, you need a starting clamp. You're going to see me, I'm going to be using a starting clamp in just a second here. So you need a starting clamp to hold tension in the middle of the racket while you work your way up back to the tip of the racket. And right there, I'm just applying my starting clamp right there. And so that'll hold the tension there so I can work my way back up just like I normally would, except I'm going backwards and going up to the top of the racket. And all of these crosses will pull just like a normal racket would. Okay, so that's one downside. If you have a starting clamp, then that's not a downside at all. The other downside, as you can see right there from my first weave, is that you have a lot more what are called hard weaves. You may find that when you're stringing rackets normally, toward the middle of the racket, the weaves get a lot easier. You can really get through it pretty quickly here, but as you get to the bottom of the racket, the weaves start getting tougher. Well, what you'll find here, stringing with the 50-50 pattern, is the weaves will be kind of tough the whole time. Because of that, I would say, even though I like this method a lot, I think it's the most accurate way to string a Prince racket with O ports. If you're not skilled at weaving yet, I would say use a different method until your weaving technique improves. So to finish this racket off, all you're going to do is continue these crosses all the way up to the tip of the racket. You're going to tie your knot, and then you'll go back to the middle there and start working your way down to the throat and tie your knot there just like normal. So for all of you stringing your first Prince rackets out there and you don't know what the heck to do, I hope this video was helpful for you. If so, I appreciate that thumbs up button. Leave in the comments any questions that you have about this video or questions for upcoming videos that you'd like answered. And think about subscribing if you want to stay up to date for more stringing and coaching by Tennis by Spize.